Patrick Peterson, lockdown, all the things. How it feel being back in AZ? Obviously, you played here. You were drafted here. How it feel just being back in the city?
It feels awesome. The weather, most and foremost. Leaving Minnesota, it was like I came into heaven.
Yeah.
Coming here, not seeing any snow. So it feels great to be back here in a golf atmosphere because I love playing golf. So I had the opportunity to play golf yesterday. So feels good to be back in my second home.
Pete Weiss, you are one of the best cornerbacks of the generation. I think about Darrelle Revis, depending on what generation you look at.
Yep.
Then there's Richard Sherman and there's Patrick Peterson.
Yep.
And that's what it is. Like it's Richard Sherman, Patrick Peterson, Richard Sherman. It don't matter how you look at it. But you traveled all over the field.
Yep.
Wherever the best receiver went, you went. Obviously, for the most part, Sherman played in that cover 3 defense. Do you wish you had it easier? Because you had it hard now. Like he had 8 Pro Bowls, y'all.
Yeah.
3 All-Pros, y'all. Do you wish you had it easier?
Nah, I wouldn't change anything at all because that's how it was for me in high school. P2, go get that guy.
Yep.
We need you to shut him down, go get him. We need you to go make plays, go do that. So it's something I've been doing my whole entire career. So when I got here in the NFL, it was like second nature for me.
I think myself watching the corners when I played against the really top corners, the elite guys, like we all watched Deion, he traveled. But Darrelle Revis was the first cornerback I ever seen. If the defense is huddling up,
right,
or on the offensive huddle, he's not even over there. He's over there tying his shoes.
Right.
I'm like, what the heck is he doing? Because he knew, I don't care what the call is, I got the best wide receiver.
Yep.
Now, you're the only guy since him that I really watched travel.
Yep.
Do you put more emphasis or more respect on the cornerbacks that travel with the top wide receivers?
Oh, you have to because a lot goes into trying to understand what that opponent is going to do for 60 minutes of a ball game.
Right.
When he's at an extra, when he's at the Z receiver,
Yeah.
what he's going to do when he's at the slot. What route he tends to run when the back is set to him. It's things like that. It's things like that. What routes he run when he's in the condensed set, bunch formation. It's things like that that you have to be fine-tuned in for 60 minutes, and it's hard to be fine-tuned into those smaller details for 60 minutes.
Well, speaking of traveling, can we travel back to the desk?
Let's do it.
I need to hear some noise, though. Can we travel back to the set? Can we travel back to the set? Please. Can we travel back to the set? Please. Can we travel? Let's go. Pat P, you right there. Go ahead.
Good to see you.
Man, Pat P, I got to also say, Dave Hellman is an LSU grad.
Go Tigers.
I had to bring it up. Show the tattoo.
I can't. I'm wearing a dress shirt.
You find a way to show the tattoo. I don't care. You unbutton that. We will wait.
Y'all talk about something.
I'm not doing anything else. Show the tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Go Tigers.
Tattoo.
See, that's my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like all pros, all
Can we go? Show it to the camera. Show it to the camera. There it is.
That's nice.
There it is.
That's dedication right there. I like that.
This is the original number 7.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't know what that means, just don't talk to me. I was there, West Virginia. I think Geno Smith was the quarterback.
Yeah, he was.
Took a punt to the house, struck the Heisman pose.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, listen, you want to get him fired up, mention some LSU now.
When I heard Pat was coming on the show, I was like, I'm going to find a way to make this about LSU. I'm glad you did it. I appreciate that.
We can. We're family now, Mason.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
LSU.
Rocking the purple
Go
as well.
Tigers. Exactly. We planned all of this.
I'm satisfied.
Pat P, you go from Arizona and you go to Minnesota.
Yep.
People write you off. Obviously, for obvious one, I won't say that the Cardinals wrote you off, but people write you off.
Yep.
Then this year, I believe you had 5 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. 5 of them, right?
Yep, 5.
Most you've had since when? Because y'all be knowing.
My second season, so 2012.
How much more you got in the tank?
I got about 2 years left. 2 years left.
Because you're 12?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard
such a
Very precise. Very straightforward plan.
Can I be honest?
I do.
Let me be honest. That was like one of those softball questions you just asked to pass the time. How much more you got in the tank? Yeah, I don't know. I'm still thinking about playing a couple more. No, I got 2 years left. I'll retire on June 7th, 2025.
You really stuck all of us. We were going to move on. Wait a minute. That's not
2
the
years
question.
left for sure, though.
Okay, well, we'll talk a little bit about Arizona.
Yep.
There's a lot going on there right now. And there's some questions about Kyler's future there. I really want to ask, what do they need to do? What do they put around him? Because he's the future there regardless. What would you put around him to help him succeed?
Man, they have to put someone that's in place that's not going to take the bull jive. That's going to be able to stand strong, not only to him, but to everyone. You know what I mean? That's that's not going to be a pushover. You know, a guy that's going to run the program his way. If you don't like it, so be it. And that's going to come with a culture change. And I hope the coach that they do find can provide that. And, you know, who wouldn't want to come play here in Arizona? You know, this can be a destination that a lot of guys want to come to because the weather, the facilities here, you know, they're trying to get guys here, but until they change the culture, I think that's what's going to be the biggest turning point.
Now, I have to do this. What do you mean specifically when you say bull jive?
You know, just football, man. Let's just worry about football. You know, just not the people's personal lives and what they have going on outside of the building. Let's put our time and focus on trying to be the best football team that we can be.
Pat P, you've played with quarterbacks from Carson Palmer.
Yep.
But when you were drafted, because you were drafted the same year as my brother.
Yep.
I don't even know. Who, Kevin Cobb?
Yeah, Kevin Cobb, we traded for him.
Oh, yeah, traded for
Kevin Cobb.
Oh, wait, real quick story. When they traded for Kevin Cobb, Kevin Cobb's my boy.
Yep.
Larry Fitzgerald, I went to Pitt, he went to Pitt. Mm-hmm. He texted me, he said, call me ASAP. I called him up. I said, what's up, big bro? He said, man, why you trick us like that? I like, what you mean? He said, your boy, Kevin Cobb.
Hey.
I said, that's how we been, Howie.
Yo, I live for Shady McCoy's story in case y'all want. Anytime Shady says quick story, stop what you're doing and you pay attention. Pay attention.
For that.
Okay, Kevin Cobb, Carson Palmer, Kyler
Bunch of
Murray,
them,
Kirk Cousins, amongst others. Kirk Cousins takes a lot of heat.
He do, man.
He takes a lot of heat. Prime time all these things. Kirk Cousins is an elite. Kirk Cousins be robbing a bank. Kirk Cousins this, Kirk Cousins that, Kirk Cousins this. Is Kirk Cousins good? Is he great? Is he elite? What is Kirk Cousins?
I mean, yeah, Kirk Cousins is good. He's a good quarterback. You know, I just think sometimes some of the moments that occur obviously never end up falling in his, you know, in his direction. But if you look at his numbers, he can stack them up with the best of them. You know, I think now him understanding, I don't know if he sees it as a curse on himself, but if I'm there next year, he has to find a way as a team to will us to win those games. We need to win those games.
You were the most elite defensive back. I won't disrespect you by saying you're an elite defensive back. You are the most elite defensive back.
Yes, he is.
With playing against, as defenders always look at it like this, does that person put fear in my eyes? Mm-hmm. That's who I think about if they're a lead or not. It's like, do they put fear in my eyes? Does Kirk Cousins, if he's on the opposite end, does he put fear in Patrick Peterson's eyes as a quarterback?
Yes, he can dot you up. If Kirk has a clean pocket, and obviously that comes with, you know, guys in front of him giving him that opportunity to deliver the ball, Kirk can make any throw in the book. And we've seen when he have clean pockets, he can make those throws. But any quarterback that's not set in the pocket, guys in his face, hands flying all over the place, they're going to be inaccurate. You know what I mean? So it's just some of those inaccurate throws cost us in the playoff game. But no quarterback has been really successful in a cloudy pocket.
I got a couple more hard-hitting questions for you, but also you got that red cup to your left. Yep. When I went over there to dap you up, Circle K, tell me about what you got going with Circle K.
Man, nothing much real big with Circle K. It's something that, it was a gas station that literally right across the street from the facility. I should stop there every single morning to grab me a cup of coffee. And, for the most part, it was like a daily routine for me, so now being here, they partner up with me, wanted me to come out here and just talk about my experience and, my endeavors that I've had in my 10 years here in Arizona. And for the most part, never had a bad cup. And this is going to be my last cup here today. And we on to the next, baby.
Hey, we love lists on this show. Shady McCoy usually always going to put somebody in the hot seat, but I will take that responsibility for right now. Top 5 cornerbacks, excluding Patrick Peterson. The top 5 cornerbacks currently in the game right now.
Man, that's tough. I got to go.
In order.
Damn, Acho. In order.
In order.
I can't do order. I'm just going to give you 5 names.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
I got to go both guys, James Bradbury, Slay. Both of those guys playing at a very, very high level.
What they play for?
Philly. Yeah. Both of them guys got their own island for sure. Got to go with the young fella sauce. And he had an unbelievable rookie campaign. Can't wait to see what his career is going to unfold like. Surtain, can't leave him off the list. And the fifth one, man, it's hard leaving Jalen off there. You know, Jalen, I know a lot of people may say he had a down year, but he's a dog, man.
He is.
He's a baller, and I love to see him play on a Sunday.
Okay, flip side of the same issue. And I would ask this question no matter where he went to school, but you've gotten a very close look at Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
And you've played. I mean, you played against the best. You are the best. You're the best of your generation.
Yep.
Julio, all that cool stuff.
Yep.
Where does Justin Jefferson stack up? Like, how good is he really?
Oh, he's up there. Yeah, he will be the best of his generation, and he's the best receiver right now in the game.
Oh.
And just
Is that a bias? Like because
no. And we can go back. You know, I do a podcast, All Things Covered. Yep. I've been talking about this since April, that he will have the season that he ended up having this year. I know he didn't end up getting a triple crown, but the work that he put in, what I've seen day in and day out from last year and what he wanted to become this year, it was a no-brainer. Because, you know, all good things happen to people who put the hard work into it, you know, and he's done that.
My brother, I always ask him questions about the Cardinals because I love the Cardinals. Patrick Peterson went in the first round in the 2011 draft. My brother went in the fourth round.
Yep.
I asked my brother, he played with Calais Campbell, Larry Fitzgerald, I said, hey, who's the most talented football player you've ever played with? Mm-hmm. And he hesitated for a second. I thought he would say Fitz. Fitz is walking into the Hall of Fame. He said Pat P. So let me ask you the same question, right? Who is the most talented player, and you've played with a lot of them,
yeah.
Who's the most talented player you've ever played with or played against?
Man, most talented player, top to bottom. And I play with a bunch of them, man. Tyron's up there.
Tyrann Mathieu.
Fitzy's up there.
Larry Fitzgerald.
But I got to go with David Johnson. Just because.
Running back, David Johnson.
Yes. Just because his return.
I'm not expecting that.
He was talking about just talent.
Talent.
His return skills was crazy when he was back there as a returner. He came in he was a receiver, you know, at NAU, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he came in as a receiver, and what Bruce Arians was able to do with him his first 2 years as a receiving running back, he kind of changed the game into trying to get the ball into running back's hand. I know Shady obviously was a very, very electrified running back in the game. But when you had that type of guy with that stature, he was a big 6'3", like he was a gazelle. Yeah. Like he was different. And you can have an opportunity to split him out wide in the slot. He created those mismatches. So as far as talent, David Johnson. Sure.
Last one for you. You walked into the league and you were a Pro Bowler your rookie year as a punt returner.
Yep.
And then I believe 7 more Pro Bowls in Arizona as a cornerback, 8 straight Pro Bowls. You had a Hall of Fame career in this city. Mm-hmm. Any animosity that they did not re-sign you, any animosity that you end up in Minnesota, any animosity that Pat P has not been an Arizona Cardinal for the last few years?
No, not at all, man. And I love it here in Arizona, man. I still call it home. I just had one grief with one person. That was Steve Keim. That was all.
Why?
Because he wasn't a man of his word. And
wait, hold on. We're going to have a quick therapy session. We're going to have a quick therapy session because I had animosity with Chip Kelly. Shady, you had animosity with Chip Kelly?
No, not really.
No animosity? We're going to talk about that off camera. What did Steve Keim say that he didn't do?
He just didn't say what he was going to do in free agency. You know, he said he was going to call me, say he was supposed to reach out to me. You're traveling. I'm going to call you back tomorrow. You know, just things like that, and never got a response at any moment during that period. Then as soon as I signed with Minnesota, now your phone worked.
Ooh.
So that's where the disrespect to me just went to an all-time high.
Now his phone work. It be like that.
Yeah.
See, when they need you, that's when they call you back.
It all kicks off Super Bowl Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.